breaking down Lilith Designs in Shin Megami Tensei and Persona. So we start out with something basically all the way back in the first Shin Megami Tensei. The snake pattern and webbed feet are a nice touch, but it kind of just looks like an attractive woman. This design did get redone by Kazuma for Soul Hackers, but I cannot figure out her torso for the life of me. Lilith got a redesign for Shin Megami Tensei 1 on the PlayStation, and it's probably her most iconic Shin Megami Tensei design. Basically took the snake and skin concept from the previous design and made the pose stronger, made the webbed feet and hands more noticeable, and made the hair slicked back and shorter. Absolutely banger design. If you recognize any design, it's probably this one because it's the one that appears in Persona, including Persona 5. Anyway, now we get to one-offs due to story reasons. I want to jump ahead to Doi's design, because having to design Lilith after free designs existed and reiterated on the snake with snake skin elements can be hard to make a unique design that still feels like Lilith but stands apart, and I think he succeeded. Her being part of a group and thus having to match a group in visual unity allowed a lot of flexibility in the design. She still has the snake, but she's holding a rose in the other hand. The snake skin has become holes inside her body and her hair matches the redness of the snake, the contrast against the black and white color palette. I also like the shards coming out of her joints, it's a really unique idea. Now we move on to SMT4, where after Soul Hackers on the Saturn, they decided to get rid of the nudity onwards for the series. SMT4 said, "Oh, we're on a Nintendo console now? On a handheld no less? Well, we gotta be the only place with nudity now!" Unfortunately for those rushing to download SMT4 on their modded consoles, keep downloading because SMT4 is one of the best games of the 3DS, but the nudity is not there on the 3DS. Still play it now that it's on your system. Anyway, do you know how hard Nintendo cracked down on games in this era? That they were never gonna let that slide. Anyway, this contrasts because Lilith's SMT4 design is utter nightmare fuel, which is a positive. It's like a corrupted form of Lilith after all the other designs were humanoid. Its bottom looking like a scorpion with the tail and pincers while the rest look like claws, but its right side has the addition of wings, with an almost crown-like headpiece and wings that leads to an elegant face, before the use of the massive jaw makes you forget about its human upper face and torso. I don't think SMT4's design is my favorite of Lilith, but I keep coming back to the idea due to the fact it was on the 3DS. Also, the fact it's completely different than most Lilith depictions.